Live. All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming to my impromptu design day or build day. I didn't make any blasts out there, so I'll be surprised on how many people actually come. We'll just see how well people get notified when I go live. But to continue what I started, as you may be familiar or not familiar, I started with this little field here first, and it's a little flick goal system. So, right, you just start with the ball in the center, and you take turns flicking it back and forth. Of course, it's not even here until someone scores. And I decided to build a stadium around it, right? I just use regular brick for the most part. Nothing fancy for this design. It's really just stacking it like stairs. That's basically what a stadium is stair-like. And so I built these long ones first, and then I built these corner ones to complete the lower section, and then I built this top portion here. So I'm going to continue by building the next top portion, which I forgot to check some stuff, but we'll see how far I get, since I know I am missing a lot of pieces and I didn't go looking for them. But I'm going to build that one and probably this one. And this one I'm going to do a little bit different. So I think I'm going to go with, I don't know if you guys seen it so far this year. At least I would hope you have. If you're watching this, you're most likely like soccer as well, other than Lego. But in the World Cup, the Seattle Stadium, that one I fell in love with the first time I saw it, which was like in 2004 during a Manchester United game when they were touring in the United States. And they have this really cool one section where it kind of does like a triangle. So I'm gonna do that to here and then like connect the rest, because that's kind of how it's connected. And then I'll see if I can do the top portion to it. But let's see how far I get today. So with that, I'm gonna move my stadium sections apart from each other. I won't be needing these corners today. All right, so let's concentrate on doing this one next first. Okay. All right. Let's see how I do this one. So I believe this fits all the way across pretty easily. Yep. And then I need some white twos. Where did I put those? Out of these. All right. So this was a 3, and the rest was a 4. So these are just 3 high, and I'm putting them in the middle of the longer section so that they brace correctly. Boom. 2, 3, 4. 3. 4. So as you can see, they're the same height, and that's because we want to match this over here. What I already did before. And then I can use those red long ones to go across. Those work really well. All right, so that's all the 2s are in. Now to connect these. So the way this is a little flimsy, but once I put the cross connection of these red flats, it kind of helps it keep it more stable and all connected. So that way I can push down on this and not worry about it flicking off like it just happened. All right, so now the reds. I need about 4 left. See, now when I push down, it's a little bit more stable with the cross bracing like that. Okay, so then now I used yellow in the back for some stability. Yellow 2s. Alright, so I believe this is going to connect all the way. Yellow. And then 4 height for the 2s. So these 2x1s, 4 high. Let's get going. So again, I'm pretty much using really basic pieces. I know these ones are hard to get, and the 1x10 black ones are hard to get to. I mean, these were all on the wall at some point, so you had your opportunity to get it. But the bricks, right? Those are your old school pieces. If you don't have a lot in one color, you can always use multicolor. That's how my first stadium looked. It didn't look as pretty as this, so to speak, or at least not color coded. So, but now that I collect any Lego that I want, I can pretty much do this now, which I'm pretty happy about. Okay, so next is the bracing. Alright. Let's see how many I have. So I need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need 14, 140 of these. So that's 5. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 140. Okay. So I should have enough to complete this. So let's see how we're doing this. One in the middle. And then, oops. One for the stairwell. And then, yeah, in the middle there. I think here on out, it's all spaced out by 2. So I have 2 spaces in between each one. I guess it would have been easier to lay these down first. So I got that 2. Then I got a stairway. And then I got another stairway. This one's 3 long. Oh, I don't like that red. And the stairway. Seating. Stairway. Seating. Alright. Use these. Ooh. There we go. Okay, so now I can continue this. My guide should be pretty simple. So I'm just doing it 5 high right now, just to get the lay of the land. It's easier to place it without worrying about knocking things over before I start adding seating and the stairs. All right, and then the last one, boom, okay. So then do another 5. So this part, obviously, we don't care what color it is, since it's the construction brick, right? It's going underneath the actual stadium. So just like in any stadium, when you build it, you don't care what it looks like on the inside. You only care what it looks like on top of it, right? So for this section, I have all my other 2x4 bricks that don't follow the color pattern that I'm using. So then I can use them to help create a base for laying the other brick on top. As if you're returning viewer, you have easily have seen that throughout my entire design here. Oh, man. But if you are new and you haven't seen me do this yet, you will see how quickly these are going to get covered up. On the back, they do kind of show up, but at some point I'm going to do something to make sure that's covered as well. We have enough time. My goal frame for completing this stadium is by the championship game, because I'd like to have this on display, because I will be having a watch party at my house, and so I think it'd be cool for it to be a second main attraction to the final game. Now I have this all set up, right? I can continue with laying down the stadium seating and walkways. So again, the seating is the color, whether it's red, yellow, or blue, and the walkway, mainly like the stairs, that is the white portion. So as I've learned from building with this little type of design, it makes it a lot easier to build up compared to my first day of doing it. I had some struggles, And then after rethinking how the bricks should be laid out, I came up with this cool design, and it really helped out. I don't want that blue dot showing. Gotta be careful with some of these. As I pointed out before, I got yellow bricks with faces on them. I got like a mouse face, and then like a sad and grumpy face. And then I also got these white bricks with dots on them. I don't know what that came from, but at some point they put dots on there. All right, there's that. Now I can go on to the next section. Again, super easy, super quick. It's very durable. Notice I'm pushing down with a lot of force and nothing happens because it's designed to stay in compression rather than tension. And so as long as you don't have any buckling situations, then it'll stay pretty sturdy. As such. Okay, next walk around. Really excited to try my Seattle Stadium style. See how that comes out. So I'm trying to go through this part as quickly as possible. It's very simple lay bricking, right? There's no, I don't know, there's nothing super unique about this design. It's literally just the bricks on top of each other. They're not unique bricks either. It's literally just a bunch of 2x4s. The only time I use 2x2s and 2x3s really is for the design of the of the curved section. So I would think most Lego collectors would have a lot of these bricks, so it wouldn't be too hard to replicate. Maybe the size might be an issue, depending on how many Legos you actually have. But I mean, the concept is easy, right? You just put one on top of the other in an offset format. And then I added extra bricks behind it in order to support it from being flimsy. There we go, middle section done. Now for the third stairway. I'm not looking at the white, so hopefully I don't get any dots. And hopefully everyone can hear me okay. I have the AC on, and it's right next to all your microphones, so probably hearing that more than my voice. So try to project better if I can. Excuse me. All right, almost done with this one. And then now to the second last one here. I really like how high it gets. It's nice. All right, now for the final stairway and section. This should go by pretty quick. And then we can finally start on the yellow one. I'm thinking I'll do the triangle one first. I don't know. No, I should do the other one first. The triangle one's going to be very unique. Boom. All right, now for the final red seating section. Got my last few pieces here. Ooh, perfect. All right. So there you have it. Here's what the back looks like, right? So this top part obviously is a little problematic, and then this whole part, but I will figure out how I'm gonna cover that up. But for now, that is our top section. So put this one over here, and then let's see how this lines up. And I want to do similar. Okay, so this just ended with 4. And 3 high, and 4 high. Four, 3. Hopefully this section goes a little bit quicker since it's not as long. Ooh. Three. And the last one, 4. And a couple of connections there. A couple of connections here. Boom. All right. Now the top facing part. Still keep the same design. Left. Oh no, if I have enough yellows. Crap. Oh, it's still almost done. this back design. All right, I gotta do some damage control here. I mistakenly used some yellow that I thought that I didn't need. And here I am trying to build this top plate, and I don't have enough yellow. That's not good. So I'll hopefully quickly switch some of these out and be able to continue my design here. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I'll leave it that for now. Let's see if I'm gonna need more. So luckily it shouldn't be too much. There we go. And then where do I need my braces? Now this I might not have enough of. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is less. That much less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time. Just because I don't have enough 2x4s, I'm going to use these 2x2s to help brace it. Oops. Alright, let's see how these 6s match up. Hopefully this is pretty even. Need 1/8. Go. And then these are 4x. There we go. Now I can connect all these. Oh. Okay, so now I'm going to use these 2x2s for the rest. And to connect as such. There you go. So it goes 3 high, and then 4 going across. So this is my improvisation of not having enough 2x4s, extra 2x4s. This is what happens when you don't count. And you just try to do it thinking that you have enough. But there's always different ways to build, right? You don't always have to do it the same way. That's what's great about Lego. The design can always change and you can still have the same outcome that you want, which is pretty cool. I mean, how else do they keep selling those speed racers, right? If you build one, you build them all. But at least every time they design a new one, they try and make it as different as possible from their previous design. So that's pretty cool. So in this case, I have to be a little bit different. But it should still have the same outcome. I may have to be a little bit softer when pressing these down on top, but we'll see. All right, now for the whites. Ooh, this one has eyeballs. Ooh, that's probably not going to be good. We have enough of these on either side. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go alternating them. See, another little change in the design. Oh, that worked out. Okay, how high is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 more. Hey. Oops. So I gotta go 3 more high on this to complete the height that I wanted at. So I guess before I have been debating if I wanted to connect the second story with the curvature one as well. And I think I'm going to want to do it at least on one side, while the other side I will not. Because that's how That's how the Seattle Stadium is. So I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna have to beef up those flimsy corner sections though. I want to make sure it comes out looking nice, especially if it's gonna have a second tier on it. Probably make those more secure on my own time. Maybe in one of these. I guess it depends how much time I have. But I promise you it'll look really good. All right, so now I can finish this top part here, 2, and then one more. 1, 2. Go. And then these should still look fine here. Now I'm just trying to get it done as quickly as possible, just to see what it will look like going around. Plus I have to update that other one since I kind of had to take some pieces apart. I have to figure out how I'm gonna, or what pieces I'm gonna use to redo that section. Ooh, that was a red dot. I might be able to use the red 2x4s. I don't see any more red sections being done. Then I'm going to have one last yellow section. I'm going to have to make sure I get all the pieces out. Okay. Awesome. Oh, some of these might have the smiley face or the nose on it, but for now, I'm not going to care too much. I just want to make sure that it will get built. Oh, like this one. Yeah, see? There's another one. So far, I think these are just the extra pieces from the other build or stadium section, so that's good. It's telling me that I should have enough to at least finish this section, but I may need to get a little bit more to finish the other one. There we go. I'm definitely going to need more. But at least I should have enough to finish this. That's a 2x4. Or 1x4. Double-sided frown and smiley face. Oh man, we're just gonna have enough for this section. Oh, one to spare. All right, So there's that section. Holy crap. Boom. Let's try to refix this one for now. I think that's all the 2x4s I have. I'm gonna have to finish up with 2x2s. This section's gonna look a little weird. Yep. All right. So, as I'm finishing this up, we'll take a quick look at it to see what it looks like now that I have 2 more new levels attached to it. Which, oh man, I have a grumpy face right there. I'll have to go back and switch it out or turn it around. That's what happens when you rush. You're not paying attention to what you're doing. Get little design flaws. I mean, usually I am pretty methodical about this. I try to like count how many pieces I think that I'm going to need for each one and make sure that I have the proper one, so I wouldn't have run into this dilemma here of running out of 2x4s. I would have designed a different one, kind of like what I did with the other one, where I just added the 2x2s in there to give it more life. But that's what happens when you try to just do it on the fly. It's gonna come out the best you can. I think this still came out pretty good, but it would be nice if I had extra pieces or if I knew where things were going exactly. So it's a give and take. We're almost done here. The last stairs. And then the last stands. This one long one over here looks ridiculous. Oh, I was missing a ray. Plenty over here. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna put this new one back there, and then this one over here. I don't know how well you guys can see into it. Probably not that well anymore, now that there's that second tier there. At the end of this, I'll definitely have to do a fly-by live view and then make a video as well, just to show how it all looks and connects. That's interesting. Huh. And there we go. Here's my 2-tier stadium, almost complete. So I'm gonna have a second tier here and a second tier there. Then I'll design the triangle one here once I make sure I have enough yellow pieces to finish. I'm surprised I went through all of them so quickly. And then I'll have a flat section there, a flat section there. I'll have to see where they put the TVs. So maybe I can make a TV or at least a big screen. And then I'll finish up with putting that kind of round roof, right? I have some pieces that I can think of using, and they only do it on those 2 sections, which is pretty crazy. They don't really do it on this section. So this section will be open, and then that one will be my triangle section. And that's what I'll continue on my next live event, which this time I will notify you guys. So that way you're not in the dark, at least for this time being. So I think I should have time on Sunday to be able to do it. So hopefully I can finish this section, and then we'll figure out how to do those 2 sections, and then maybe one last day to get the roof done. Hopefully in time by Saturday. Yep. All right. Thank you for staying this long. Hopefully you like what I have. Definitely go to all my socials. Follow me, Deep Films 3001 or D Lego 3001. Thank you again, and hope to see you on the next build. All right.